All right, we're recording now.
Oh, also we might have to adjust these mic levels because now that we're actually speaking into them and not around them,
Yeah.
it might be too high or whatever.
Let's see.
Let's see what's up. Let's get ready to record. Records.
Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of The Dark Side. We're back from break, ladies and gentlemen.
Feels good holding this.
Hi. Hi. Hello.
Hi. Who are you guys? Tell the people. Alert the people. What is going on?
I am Matt.
Oh, yeah? And you?
Next question, please. I don't know.
That's an unfair question.
That's an unfair question.
No space is safe for me.
I have to call and ask my dad first before I can answer that one.
So, yeah, we're back, ladies and
Alex.
gentlemen. We're back. We're recording another episode of The Dark Side. So everybody listening out there, hello. Nobody's listening.
Jenny, you can't say that because they are listening. It's just on YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube people, the two people.
I'm telling Anna to tune in. So there's your first shout out
The-
to her,
Shout out number one to the person who's not
Forced
listening.
Enjoyment.
to the person who made the new icons. That are
Oh yeah, I'm putting those on the main.
I'm the mystery fourth icon, just so you know.
Yeah.
Hi.
Come, introduce yourself. You're talking in the background. Nobody knows who you are.
Hi. I'm Cal.
Why did we make the icons?
Because we are going to be doing, what did you call it? Pilot plays?
We're starting a new show eventually called Pilot Plays.
Also, because they kawaii.
They're pretty kawaii.
Kawaii
They are super
desu.
cute.
They are adorables. I made it my desktop background. I'm very happy. I love it so much. Oops, I touched a thing on my computer and the recording didn't like that. I hope everybody enjoyed that Windows sound effect.
Chandler,
Yeah.
I know I'm wondering it. And I know Matt's wondering it.
Oh.
We have a question.
Oh.
What's on the agenda tonight?
Oh well, boys, nothing. We
I
might.
knew it. I knew
I
it.
actually do have something I want to talk about. I had two things, but I can't remember the other one.
That's good.
That's good.
That's a good start.
You enjoy that? Is that some taste?
Well, that's where we're gonna start. Why do you forget things?
Why do I forget things? Well,
Did it start when you were young, or was it more recent?
it all started when I was born. I probably shouldn't go into I was born a poor black child, but
If you weren't gonna go there, I was.
exactly.
Great quote.
This.
It's the new, you know,
What movie is that from?
it's from some Steve Martin movie,
I know, 'cause
but
Steve Martin,
I
that's like-
can't. I
he's
don't
fine, he's a
know.
very
Like
white gentleman.
everybody's seen the beginning of the movie. I've seen
He's
the
like on like the step, and he's like, sitting there, he's like, I was born. a poor
and I've seen
black
the end of the movie where he loses all his money or something like that. He like gets money and he loses it or something weird. I just never seen. I've never seen the whole thing. Well, that's something else we could talk. Matt was making a hand gesture.
Oh, that sound design in Blade Runner 2049 is so good.
That's-
I want to watch that movie again.
That's something we could talk about.
It's just slap me in the face like, I know you can hear me.
Can you hear me? Father, can you hear me?
Apparently.
That's the one.
What?
The jerk.
Oh,
I
okay.
looked it up.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have that information now. It doesn't sound familiar, you know?
It does, but it doesn't.
Yeah. But one thing we're going to definitely talk about is we can talk about Blade Runner. That'll take up a lot of time, I'm sure.
I mean, it can. You've seen the first Blade Runner. Oh, you've seen both of them.
Yeah, I've seen both of them.
Okay. That's
I enjoy-
forgot
I-
that me and you went.
I enjoy people who run with blades.
Yes, that's actually the whole premise of the movie. Is people running with scissors and people trying to stop those people running with scissors.
Listen, that sounds like an extremely dangerous activity, and I don't think that we, as the dark side,
We as
/
entertainers.
Cardinal Radio, can endorse those activities.
I can endorse them.
No, Chandler.
Run with knives, kids.
No, good. Listen, I want you to go over that in editing, post edit, and just put
That out.
the data expunge thing.
We're just gonna peep this out.
Yeah, put some static there instead, please.
Don't do. Go ahead, kids. Go ahead and don't run with knives.
Stop. Get some help.
Stop! Don't touch me there. That is my no square.
That is a knife, and you're running with it. Don't do it. That's your PSA.
I miss the dark side so much. I miss it so much. I miss you boys. I miss you boys.
I think.
And the lady and the other boy sitting in the corner. Hi, other boy sitting in the corner.
He doesn't have a name.
I think what we need.
Oh my God! Thank God he did that, because I totally forgot about that for a second. We have to. We're starting Pilot Plays soon, and one thing for the intro of Pilot Plays, our heads are gonna like pop up, and we're all gonna make like noises, like sound effects, like, and like when the head pops up.
Ugh.
So sorry. I keep
No.
stepping in your face.
No. I like it, man.
No. But
No.
Just one quick no.
no.
I like that a lot.
Well, like put it as like the second or third one.
Yeah.
So it's like oh no.
No.
Oh. And like that's the last one.
But we're not gonna do the real ones until after we record the dark side here. So that'll be interesting. You all get to hear the actual ones soon, hopefully. I want to talk about real heavy subjects. YouTube algorithm change.
Over 50 pounds? How heavy are we talking?
It's
Matt can deadlift
the
If it's 50
algorithm.
pounds, yeah, I could. When you start exceeding like 150, that's when I'm like,
I feel like 50 pounds is really easy to deadlift.
oh, absolutely, that's a bar.
Yeah.
Like
That's just
an
picking up.
Olympic bar
That's
is
just picking up a
45.
bar.
If you just set that like between you guys, I think it'll pick up.
You
just
think?
fine.
Oh, well, I'm worried that it won't. That's what we need. If we're gonna do,
He's Action Alex, reporting live at all times.
what do you think?
Breaking news.
What is it loud, Chandler?
Might be a little bit.
What do you think about the results of the interview? Yeah. Could you speak up, please? No. Ooh, that's too loud. Hi, everybody.
Shut up! Not you.
He's got voices in his head.
Ooh, that. Ooh, Matt, do you smell that?
Oh, that's that new mic smell.
Mm-hmm.
For
That's a new mic smell.
Dark
would
Side,
buy,
I
like,
got
hot
new
filters,
mics.
like every month just to have that new mic smell. That'd be worth it.
That's a good smell.
It's
kind
It just smells new.
Yeah, I like new.
Yeah, because old mics smell like.
Besides new baby.
Planes.
Could somebody label that one so I don't?
The
I've never
weird
been on
accidentally
an
use
airport,
it?
but, like, I know what you mean. It's the same thing where you like walk in a hospital.
Wow.
Like that hospital smell.
Yes.
Nice.
Airports and airplanes smell like straight up sweat and recycled air.
I don't know what kind of airports or airplanes you're going
Jesus
to.
H. She sounded clear just like a second ago, and then you go, "Well, I like talking about things too," and it's like super loud.
You gotta put it real close to your mouth, so everyone can hear you real good.
Oh, you want to do it too?
Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
No, no, I can't.
You hear?
The love tonight.
Please keep it down. If you're gonna do that inside, not in my house.
Well, now it's like not pointed at anything, so it's not going to capture
Listen,
anybody.
You don't have a lot of. We don't have a lot of places you can.
That was like, I don't have headphones on. But that was like super like in my ear, like ASMR, like.
Oh, it was
So,
ASMR
that was
for
the
you.
Perfect crunch ever.
So okay.
For some reason, this
Sell that
mixer
sound
only
bite.
this mixer only goes into my left ear, so it was all just like
Mine
crunch
too.
in my left ear.
What do you think of this?
Oh.
That should be good. That should be just fine because I'm doing about the same thing. It's all good. Okay, well, technical stuff is over. The YouTube algorithm screwed us a week after I decided we were going to start monetizing the dark side.
Yeah.
What happened?
So
4,000 minutes.
Yes, you now have to every month have a minimum of 4,000 minutes watched and a minimum of at least 1,000 subscribers. That you don't have to make 1,000 subscribers; you just have to have 1,000 subscribers. But those 1,000 subscribers have to be watching at least 4,000 minutes a month for you to be receiving ad revenue.
66 hours. 66
Thank-
and hours and 20 minutes.
So let's say divide that by, let's say, a viewer watches 1,000 people watch 1 to 2 minutes. What's the equation for that?
Just divide it by 1,000. Divide that many hours needed by 1,000.
That way we just get a minute per.
And you get how many minutes each one of those people is watching. So say if you have 1,000 people watching a video.
I made a as a founder of Pilot Shorts.
1,000 people would have to watch 7 seconds.
That's not.
There we go. That's fine.
Not necessarily, because that's out of 100, and minutes and hours are out of 60.
That's true.
So,
Let me.
That's 7 minutes. Then.
so
Math.
60 times 0.07 would be 4 seconds. So we're actually less.
So, but
Can we get 1,000 people to watch?
yeah. Could
Or
listen?
or
This is
you
gonna
could
be
do your part and watch a minute for
Oh, and we also
for the
need
other people.
what are we at? We're at 252 in subscribers right now. Can we get like 900 people to just
I'm pretty
subscribe?
sure, like, half of those are bots. I'm kidding.
No.
I have more faith in you.
You'd be surprised actually. Like there's a few that seem bot like. Like I can actually see who's subscribing and things. There's a couple that seem bot like, but we get people from Japan because of the Godzilla videos, obviously. We pull a few
In the weeaboos like you.
Middle Eastern countries, which is kind of interesting.
That is interesting.
And so shout out to our Japanese and I don't know specifically what country, but America considers it the Middle East.
Well, how about shout out to everybody? who
Shout out
subscribed?
to everybody listening,
Equality.
including the not anybody listening to the live recording.
Hey guys, watch our stuff 10,000 times to get us 10,000 more views to get 100,000 total channel views.
And then, dude, then we can get our silver play button.
Really?
That's you have to have at least 100,000. Well, no, you have to have it
subscribers.
subs. Yeah,
We are a ways away from that.
we are a ways away, but we can do it. We can do it today. You know what?
They should make a.
Somebody's gonna listen to this
For like
someday, and they're gonna be
100%,
like,
we should have
"We
like-
can do this today," and then that's when we get our 100,000 scrub.
Subscribbles.
Scrobbles.
I gotta need more scrobbles.
All you gotta do is
Easily
just,
my favorite Funhouse bit of all
Oh,
time.
beautiful.
is just post it on Reddit, and
I-
everyone will subscribe.
I
Actually,
just dabbed and popped my shoulder.
that's what you get. That is what you get.
Because I like swung my arm out that way.
Matt,
and
is that
popped.
sticky tack? Could you hand that to
Oh
me?
God!
Don't
gum.
eat. That's gum. Oh yeah, even better.
Don't eat.
Yeah, I want to play with this.
I actually do post some Pilot Shorts videos to Reddit.
Yeah.
Why?
The Source Filmmaker Reddit has been kind to us, so
Good call.
I don't post like because I don't know where I would post like the main videos we do. Like I don't know where I would put the dark side to get it views, but
r/podcasts.
listen. Well, no, it's like, well, yeah, I guess.
I mean, I mean
Hey,
that
if-
as like a joke because it's such a general.
Oh, I need to bring this across with the other founders in the room, my boys. Executive,
boy.
my boy.
This is a piece that heroes strive for. What is that from?
It's from
That's
like
from the really bad
the CDI
yeah,
Zelda
CDI
game.
Zelda games
Yes.
that Nintendo refuses to acknowledge.
My boy,
My
this is the
boy.
peace that all heroes strive for.
I messed it up.
That's probably close. I don't.
My boy,
My boy.
this is
Uh,
peace that all heroes strive
He's laughing. I made an executive decision. I want to make Eric, our silent protagonist in the back,
Our watchful protector.
our watchful protector, a dark knight. I want to make him the general manager of Pilot Shorts.
What does
Yeah.
that mean?
He's gonna.
All right, but who is he gonna hire as a coaching staff? who's going to be the head coach, who's going to be the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator.
Didn't you want me to be
You
the
didn't know I already had all
CFO?
You're gonna be the CFO. You're in charge of the money.
Sweet.
But-
That's a terrible idea.
It's a,
Eric's like-
joke on
Eric's
you,
like-
we don't have money.
Hey!
Eric's like, ah. Anyways, no. Eric's gonna be our half Barry. I want him
Barry's
to.
gone.
Yeah, I know.
Where'd he go?
He's
I
doing.
just saw that he's gone.
I
but don't
think
know where he
something
went.
came up and he's doing his own. He had the opportunity to do his own thing, and he's taking it.
Now, like, I can never like unsee this because they sound and both look similar, but Barry and Jeremy, like they look so similar. They sound so similar. It's just like I can never unsee that.
Oh my God.
Chandler, can you do me a favor and hand me a large shirt from under the...
A large shirt.
Yes, please.
Why, did you spill something?
No.
Oh.
I have to find it.
Chandler, can I also get a large fry, a number 2,
Thank
with some
you.
extra dip?
Extra dip.
Extra dip.
And number 5, large. The
Do you want fries with that?
the Source filmmaker videos of Big Smoke are my favorite things on the internet. CJ! I need some help!
I do have I guess a topic or a question to pose. Like
Well,
a brief discussion.
I want to
I'll
get
let you.
I want to get the founders opinion. Eric be the general manager. He's just gonna schedule. He's gonna schedule the Let's Play recordings. So you boys should probably pay attention to that.
Can't read, but I'll try.
And
I'll
he's
look at it really hard. Oh, that's perfect.
and then he's also gonna schedule upload dates. So and maybe get into editing if you really want to. Then you can really be Barry.
I could really do that.
Oh, hey, I got a question.
Yes, Alex. What is your question?
Speaking of editing, Chandler, I want to know
I did a forget.
the location of the experimental podcast.
I was going to do it over break. I broke the promise.
Okay, listen.
I'm deadly sorry. For
Chandler, the fans want to know. I want to know.
you know what? We did this already. We did the whole get me to find the fans, get the fans to want it. None of the fans came forward. You came forward though. You keep coming forward.
Because he's a true fan.
He's so forward. He's in my face.
Chandler, I think I'm like one of the only like 3 people that like comment on
I know.
our-
I know you are.
Do you just comment
comment
"Good
some-
job,
It's
son"?
it's me, my brother and his fiance.
My favorite comment of yours.
I don't. To be honest, like I do really enjoy your brother. I don't want him commenting. 'cause
Oh,
gonna
he
say the
comments.
worst things.
He comments really bad stuff, and then I comment really good stuff to try
No,
to sound right.
I just
you've
want you to
commented.
comment. Good job, son.
You've commented some spicy things. My favorite comment will always be the one Cytonic Flame comment that you made.
Oh, what was it?
I can't remember what it was, but I know it was really good.
Matt, could you hold this? I want to go find it now. I can't remember what it is. Like, on one of his
Bad
videos.
It's on one of his videos. I can't
God,
remember which one it
must be
is.
Handle
forever ago.
responsibility.
Oh my god!
That was on purpose.
Choose. Okay, I was
That
like,
was actually
I was
really
like,
good.
that was. Matt is an actor. He's a
I'm
beautiful
trying.
actor. He's a,
After today, I was like, maybe not. But
Eric, do you want access to the Twitter?
I'm posting right now on my Snapchat.
I know, but do you want access to the Pilot Shorts Twitter?
I mean, of course, yeah.
We have a
Okay.
You
Twitter?
guys should make a
Yeah.
Pilot Shorts Snapchat. That'd be
Alex is just like,
We have it.
we have a Twitter. I'm like, yeah. Nobody sees it though, but
I didn't know. I'd follow.
me and Matt share stuff from the Twitter all the time. It's just the lamest thing.
I guess a lot of times I forget to retweet, but I see like
Yeah.
you know he tweets. I'm like, oh, you know,
Like-
of course,
yeah.
like that. I always forget. So I was like, I should probably retweet that, but that's besides the point. I'll do better next time, Dad. Stop yelling at me.
I can't be mad, Dad. You're the best, Mad. I can't be legitimately mad on this show.
I don't know about that, but
It's a mindset. I got so mad during we're off topic by a million miles now, but I got so mad during a theater class today.
What happened?
I gotta check the time here to make sure we're not going over
Chandler,
anything.
They said, "Get angry."
Basically,
He
we were
said, "Ooh."
we were doing a Shakespeare, and we were reading something from a play whose name I cannot remember at this exact moment, but it was about
Hamlet.
no close, but it was about a character
How
like
do you
a
know it was close?
because everything's close when it's Shakespeare. Everything's close to
There's
Hamlet.
like 5. There's like 5,
Oh.
but there's not 5.
There's
You know
5.
what I mean?
There's
I did a
easily
gasp.
5 Shakespeare's.
And it was like
No, that may actually be true as well.
we had to
Five forms.
we had to basically translate Shakespeare into a modern speak, or a clear speak, and the character was is a general who's getting kicked out of his city because like the people wanted him to be general, but of course then they're like, oh, you're doing a bad job, get out of here, you know, that kind of thing.
I
So
wish we could do that.
yeah, I know you do. I know that. Well, that's why Eric's here. He's going to replace me.
I was making like a really like up political joke.
Oh, up there political. Yes. Well, no, that's happening. It's just
Slowly.
Slowly.
Not fast enough.
not fast enough.
All right, that's
But-
enough of that though.
But
Continue.
yeah, but it's like
I
the
want
the character
skeletal
is like
meat.
angrily yelling at the people of the city, and it's like I'm sitting there in my mind like, oh, how would I perform this in Shakespeare? And like I started like, and everybody's favorite theater professor, one of the favorite theater professors. We won't play those kinds of favorites, but
There's like
Dave
three.
Rizutek. You're not pointing that at your face, so if you say anything, it's not
Pointing
gonna,
at me.
It's pointing directly at him. So, point it at Cal, so it'll hopefully pick up all you.
No.
What? I mean, I'm not even talking.
I know, but like just in that general location. So he was saying like we were reading. No, we did the sounds. What is the like English class word for the sounds of words?
Onomatopoeia.
No, it's
That's where you make like that's where it's like
Well,
noises.
it's like
Like bam. Or
if you say
flash.
gross and you just use like the shh part of gross. I can't remember what it was, and I'm like when he said
Oh,
just
I know what you're
say
talking
this part of the word, and I'm like, what does that mean? I can't remember. I didn't want to say anything because obviously I would look like an idiot, but it was like it was all like the sounds of these words, and it's like don't read the words, just speak the sounds that they're making, and like you went through and like
Kelp.
and oh, that's some nice kelp. The what?
Phoneme,
Not the phonemes. I can't remember what it was.
phonetics, semantics, phonics.
hooked
No.
on phonics.
I'm hooked on phonics.
I'm
It's a
hooked
horrible
on
addiction.
Adderall. Help me.
But it was like we sat there and we were going through this script, and we were making the sounds, and then like we finished. He's like, okay, everybody stop. So did anybody notice like while you were doing that, your blood pressure went up? And I'm sitting there like, I'm like thinking, I'm like, good God, yeah, I'm pissed for some reason. And I'm like, you're getting into this character without actually reading the words. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Morpheme?
No.
Okay.
It started with a C or an A or something.
It's gonna bother me until I can find it.
It's
I know what
okay.
you're
It's okay if you don't find it. It's not that important. But it was interesting stuff, and I found irrationally getting angry, and I don't like that. But I'm like, I'm really getting into this part. I really wish I could read this part. How did it begin? And that's the other thing. It was like in that class, we immediately learned the monologue. So it's like, how does it? You foul crowd of curs, something foul-smelling crowd of curs.
Hey, no swearing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
not swearing.
Suddenly I'm thinking of that Vine where it's like, hey mom, I spilled lipstick in your white Valentino bag. My lipstick in my Valentino bag? Or whatever it was.
Oh, you're
I
bleeding
know what you mean.
everywhere. Oh, it's gonna get on my Gucci bag and my Gucci shoes. Hey, Aaron, you remember the part where neither of us is funny? That's old John Game Grumps.
JonTron. Eat your pancakes. That's all I gotta say about that.
What?
Okay,
It's
so
from a John Tron video.
I'm trying to find that video I commented on. It's really good. It'll be really easy just because I've only watched 2 of his videos. So I just gotta scroll through all of his 257 videos. I've already found one. And I don't know if it's this one yet, but I also didn't think
You
that.
gotta keep on.
Hey,
I was like, oh, it's only got 1 comment.
please. I can't remember it. Chokes,
I'm like,
chokes me.
I'm scrolling down. I'm like, it's only got 1 comment. I'm like, oh, just 1 comment right there. you're gay, lol. Oh, it's good.
Hey, Kyle. How's it going?
Killed him.
Howdy, Kyle.
Oh, Eric, that's our competition now. You have
The
to fight him every
simplicity.
month.
And I liked it. I just liked it. I liked my own guy.
What
worry,
what's
you'll
what's the
win.
video?
It's okay, the
What-
video's called I Smite Thee, Minecraft with Drexia.
We would record videos all the time, and I don't think he ever used a couple of my videos. I know we recorded a Minecraft video that was pretty
I
good.
can see the pain in Chandler's eyes right now.
But they were like really good, and I don't think he used them. I can't remember.
Kyle, you're driving a diamond pick straight into his heart.
It hurts. Hurts a lot.
Yeah, you like it. Everyone like it right
This-
now.
How many views does that video have? And then check after everybody leaves a comment.
It has 7 views. If we can get
8 on 9.
8, yeah.
Can we get this video to 100,000 views?
Oh, Kyle would lose his mind. I don't think he uploads anymore, at least according to my subscriptions.
It's called I Smite Thee, Minecraft.
CY
Okay.
Tonic Flame. Ugh. No, we're having fun tonight. It's all good. Our new Barry is sitting over there staring at me accusingly, as God intended.
Days Vault, God wills it.
Well, what else were we going to talk about here? We are only a half an hour into the show.
Jake Paul.
No, hold on. What we should talk about
Too
is
political.
what we should. That's not political.
It's not political at all.
What we should talk about is the newest, hottest meme. Can I have this for a second? I need to get real close to this microphone.
Yes, my boy.
Do you know the way? Well, do you, Chandler? Do you know the way? You have to be Ebola to know the way.
You do not know the way.
You do not know the way. I'm really happy that I can finally use my West African accent for something more than just saying, I was walking to the village and a big monkey comes out of the woods. Which I used.
And this video got demonetized. Oh, wait! We can't get...
We're not
You don't have to worry about it getting demonetized, dude. Listen, I
That
ran
one meme, you can't get you can't get demonetized if you're not monetized.
I ran this accent by 2 people who were actually from West Africa. Neither of them found it offensive. Both of them found it extremely hilarious.
See, that's the thing, though. A lot of people outside the United States don't find racism offensive for whatever reason.
I don't think
You got us there.
It's not racist.
I don't
per
think
se.
accents are racist.
Per se.
Well, depends on how exaggerated you make it.
Yeah.
It's Knuckles' accent.
Stop.
You know what? Do you know what that character model is from?
You smell like the queen.
No, what is that character name?
The Knuckles character model is from I think it's not even that. There's an original like some guy who's a popular animator did a Sonic parody.
Oh, I know that, yes. I saw that original video years before this happened.
Yeah, and it's like, but nobody knows that's what it's from.
Oh, yeah, I know that was like, what, 5, 6 years?
Probably.
That's a
super
long
good.
time.
When you brought up memes, I thought you were gonna bring up the Tide Pod meme.
That guy
No.
That what a dumb meme, dude.
Oh my.
I walked up to
Alex,
Alex.
if Alex says that's a dumb meme, it is a dumb meme.
I walked up to Alex. I was like, I made you a snack. And I'm like, hold out your hand, and I dropped a Tide Pod. in his
That
hand.
was funny. That was funny, right? But this meme isn't new.
It's
just-
not a new meme.
Yeah, it's been around.
I don't
for a while.
understand why Gushers isn't capitalizing on this right now and making like actual
No.
edible.
They were for
Gush-
about 5 seconds, and then it
Gushers
got
had
bad.
A really funny tweet. You know how there's like the Google like Arts like app with like the like faces. There was one where it's just like it's like a dude but photoshopped like a gusher on its head, and then it's like a Renaissance painting with also like a gusher like just like basically like drawn in there. He's like, well, like wow, this is really accurate.
Oh my god.
If I can find it, it's really good.
It's just like the problem with that is like I look at them and like I feel them and I don't want to eat it. I just want to like pop it.
Yeah.
There's
I just
that.
wanna, like dig my nails into it and pop it.
Who? This product was tested, right?
Oh no, it always said never eat it.
Well, no. Yeah, I know that. But like the product was tested.
It means
How did
Renaissance mean?
you know? There's a lot of dumb people out there, and you've got a product test. Ooh, it looks delicious. But
We were- I
product
showed him a picture of a
tested.
Tide Pod.
Somebody's got to be dumb enough to walk in there. It's like, hey, listen, good cleaning product. I want to eat it for some reason.
It's not like that. It's just like
And then somebody's gonna be like, "Why do you want to eat it?" It's like, I don't know.
Dude, no, really though. Sometimes I look at stuff and I'm like, I really like.
That's
It's not edible. It's toxic. I want to eat
that's
that.
not a product's failure. That's your
Oh, we as a
You have to
species.
understand
That's true. You're failing yourself at that point.
There's
we as
a
a species have been so like conditioned to look at brightly colored squishy things and go, ooh.
because they remind us of berries,
You know,
Yeah.
there are some
and then Eric reminds me of Barry.
there's some poisonous berries that look real good. Guess what? We ate them and we figured out, hey, we shouldn't eat those berries.
You know,
So we just have to
It
eat
totally
Tide
took a
Pods
while.
for 1,000 years, and eventually we'll evolve not to eat
Like,
them.
no, we'll evolve to not die when we eat them, and they'll become a delicacy.
It's the poison that makes it taste better.
It gets to the point where it's just like, let them do it and let natural selection take its course,
Pretty
you know?
much.
I was looking every single time I turn on my dishwasher. I have the little like square hard. I think it's called Finish. You know,
Yeah.
like little,
Yeah.
little like dishwasher bar.
yeah.
Right. And every single time I open it up, and I'm like, this looks like ice cream. And I get it like real, 'cause it's like off white,
Just-
like
just
it's like
scroll
off
through
white
that.
like a vanilla white,
reason.
and then it's got like
Yeah.
that big red thing in the middle. It reminds me of like the ice cream truck when I'd go there and those little gumballs in the ice cream truck, and I look at it and I always get it real close to my mouth and I sniff it. I'm like, ooh yeah, like I want to eat this.
It reminds me of that one part in Madagascar when Marvin comes out of the
And
bathroom
look,
and she's like,
free mints.
yeah, they've got free mints in here. And like you just see Marty go, oh.
It's a urinal cake.
There were so many like.
Who's Marvin?
You remember the obscure name of the giraffe
Giraffe, you uncultured
played
swine.
by
Okay, I
who?
don't
Wait,
think
hold on.
that-
Here's the real test. Who was he played by?
I don't know.
Uncultured swine. That was a test. I knew the whole time. We got it.
I know that Marty was played by Chris Rock.
Everybody knows
I wanna-
Marty
I wanna
was
point
played.
something out to you, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 microphones just caught you saying that. You're done. Your career's over.
What career?
Your career in naming actors who play giraffes in movies, of course.
It's a long list.
Yup.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Giraffes. They have long necks.
That was good.
Out.
I like it. It got better as you explained it.
Ah!
Oh, I'm sorry, Chandler.
Ah!
What's up?
I've done it.
You killed him.
No. He is immortal. He has many forms.
Walking through the door over there, I was like, "Hey guys, what's with the corpse over there?"
He is risen.
David Schwimmer.
Yes,
Who's that?
And his name wasn't
He's the-
Marvin.
he's the guy from Friends.
Wow.
It was
okay.
Melvin.
Speaking of his friends, has a movie now.
Wow.
Hold on, everybody, hold on.
There's a trailer too. Like you can watch.
What did you just say?
Friends has a movie now coming out.
Friends has a movie.
Yeah, coming out.
Why?
I saw it and I was like, "There's no reason for this."
Seinfeld is better.
Oh, Chandler, I can tell you why. The word begins with M and ends with unny.
N and Flix.
No, I don't think think it's a Netflix movie. It might.
No, but Netflix and Hulu probably brought it back. Look how many people want to see Friends.
No, it's garbage. Get it out of here, man. I don't want to watch sitcoms about friends. I want to watch sitcoms about people who hate each other.
Dude, I want to watch a sitcom about people living in Soviet Russia.
I would watch that.
Please.
It's Soviet Russia watching.
I would watch a Slavic sitcom.
But it's really just dark and dire.
Sitcoms exist in Russia.
But they're
You
still
could
having
just ask
fun.
one
They're
of
just
those.
drinking vodka
Watch one
and
of
doing
those.
weird
Well, no,
stuff.
listen. I don't want to watch a sitcom from a Russian's point of view. I want to watch a sitcom from
I
an
wanna-
American's point of view.
Yeah, I want a really like diluted.
Do you guys want to see a picture of my cat?
Yes, please.
Look at this.
You need to
show the
you need to send that to me now so I can put it up on the screen.
Wow, that looks really good.
You need to send it to me.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Look at this cat,
My mom
everybody.
sent it to me.
Look at the cat. I'm gonna put my face on it now because I have that capability.
Does that cat have
That cat
Shaquille
has no
O'Neal's
tail.
face on it? Why is that a Shaq cat?
Why is that cat Shaquille O'Neal?
What?
That
That cat
now
has
a
steaks
B
for
movie?
paws.
Oh my god.
Is that-
O'Neal
is
really-
Chan-
This is space.
And is that cat Chandler's dad?
Oh my gosh, Chandler's dad, Shaq the cat who has steak for paws in space, is now hurtling towards a volcanic planet.
Dude, this is my favorite Lovecraftian creature.
Illuminati confirmed.
Chandler's dad, Shaq the cat.
So
steaks
this
for
episode
paws.
was this episode was supposed to come out on Friday.
Delay that by 2 years.
It'll be right after the experimental podcast now.
I can
At
see
the
it
end
from
of
my
eternity,
other- because my other cat's
this episode will come out an hour later.
No, that's what it is. When the heat death of the universe kills everything, a new Big Bang will emerge from the experimental podcast. Boosh! And from that, Chandler's dad, Shaq the cat, with steaks for paws,
Our new god.
will emerge as the first living being,
I don't want that at all.
bringing with him
I-
chaos.
I pieced something together. See, we all have the wrong translation. You know the Lovecraftian creature Yog Sothoth? It's actually steaks for paws.
Steaks for paws.
So easy to mix up.
Cthulhu,
Samoa Joe.
Chandler's dad.
Samoa Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster. We've cracked the Konami code.
Got it. I'm in.
That's what it is. I'm in. Listen, this could be.
There's only so much I'm doing in this episode, so like that one bit is all I'm doing, but the rest is funny. Don't worry about
I
it.
know. I know that TCU kind of was put out there, but nothing happened. But
Oh, it's still in the works. Look at that thing sitting on the
yeah,
table.
we got that right there, right? But
You pointed in this direction. You were like, "Look at that thing," and I'm like, "Excuse me."
Look at that thing. She was gonna voice act.
we do have knocks on the table, sure. But what I'm saying, scrap TCU. I want Chandler's dad, Shaq the cat. Pause.
It's,
movie-
it's Chandler's dad,
I want
Shaq the cat.
I want a full feature-length film, 2.5 hours.
Can Rico be the star?
It's also a musical.
Like my cat.
It's also
Yeah, we should do like Photoshop animation kind of thing.
half of it's musical, half is a crime drama.
It's all a crime
Shaq
drama,
the
but just
Cat
half of
and
it's
It's-
musical.
YPD.
It's
But it's the
Chandler's
first half,
dad,
and then you
Shaq
notice,
the
like, they
cat,
haven't been singing for
ultimate
like a long time.
detective.
1 hour musical, 1 hour and a half, just back to crime drama, no musical.
Shaq
But
the
it's
cat
just
and
not reference. You're
YPD.
like, it just gets to the point where you're watching. You're like, they haven't sung in a long time.
Like show tunes, like the music will start, but they won't sing, and then it'll just kind of fade out, and those like nothing like didn't happen at all.
No, it's just like
It's all
musical,
improv.
It's really like picking up. Like the music starts, like the dance number, and it's just like there's not enough time. We have to keep going, and the music just cuts abruptly. And you just go to the next
Record
scene.
scratch.
Oh wow, that sounds really good.
The music
Shaq the
starts.
cat.
In a bee costume.
The main character looks at the screen, just be like, people are dying, and then it just hard cut.
Yeah, he wants to write this. He looks
Please, please.
looks at the screen. He's like, really? People are dying.
Now is not the time.
That was not the time.
Chandler's dad, Shaq the cat. People are dying.
People are dying in the streets
Yes,
as
I
we
have
sing and
things
dance.
for pause, but you know what? Crime.
I use them to feed the homeless.
I use them to stop
They were-
crime.
You think I'm adorable? I'm helping save lives.
People are like, what is that noise? Is that raw steak slapping a hardwood floor?
What's that wet slapping noise?
It's
Oh,
Chandler's
here comes the
dad,
captain.
Shaq the cat, Steaks and Paul's the great one.
Chandler's dad, Shaq the cat, Steaks for Paws, the great one.
Can he be the captain? Like the department captain?
Oh my god.
No, he's just a detective.
He's the
He busts into the office he busts into the captain's office like, I am the captain now.
And in the ethereal world, he is the holy diver.
Yes, of course. But listen, we've got a great basis for a feature like Bill.
Please. No, go ahead.
Let's-
Callie, can you get the funding going?
I can supply the actors.
Eric, can we get a schedule? Can we get a timesheet going here on this? And I want it done by
Like,
mid-March of next
do
year.
voiceover for it too. Like no voiceover, just subtitles.
Listen,
It's a
I-
silent film.
here's what I want.
Except for all the singing. Chandler's dad, Shaq
I
the
want
cat,
to halt
Steaks for
all
Paws, the
traffic.
great one.
I want to halt all traffic in Times Square and then build a small-scale replica set of Times Square, right in the middle of Times Square, and just film from the small set, even though the real one's right around us.
That's like the plot in The Disaster Artist.
Oh, you're right.
Because he's just like, well, he's like, this looks like the alley that's right outside. Why did you recreate it? He's like, it's a big Hollywood movie. We film in here. Oh my god, for my project, what if I did it in a monologue as time it was so? I can't get that. That's a deep cut, though, for a lot of people, I feel.
Please.
I'm. That would be perfect, because if it's bad, I'm in character.
Oh my gosh, Matt, you can't fail. Matt, the worse you do, the better you do.
It's foolproof.
To be or not to be.
To be, or I can't do his accent. Real Hollywood movie.
That is the question.
That is the question.
Hi, Jockey.
I
Oh,
think-
hi, Mark.
The best way to get in Tommy Wiseau character is to say, I did not hit her.
I did not.
I did not hit her. I did not.
There he goes. He's got it down. Down pat.
You just gotta ask James Franco how he did it.
Yeah.
Hey, James, listen. Big fan.
Spent time
I'm a
on
theater
actual
student.
copies.
I'm actor to actor. Where
I make real Hollywood movie.
How do I do it?
How do I do it? Real Hollywood movie.
You're just now you're reminding me. Well, it's like the first time we said it, it reminded me of just like Looney cartoons. Where it's like, oh hey Chris.
Oh, hey, Chris.
All the sounds
Don't
that they
make
make
those
are
noises,
like-
please.
Get eggs for Bart.
What?
That's what Oni does Let's Plays now. They did a whole Game Grumps one where they're playing like Simpsons Hit and Run.
I like Looney Plays. Yeah.
Oh, I think I watched some of that. Also, wasn't Ray there, though, for that? For the Simpsons Hit and Run and the Game Grumps one? I thought he was.
Ray.
Narvaez Jr. He's been on, like, Grumps
Brown
Let's
Man.
Plays. Brown Man.
Well, yes,
He's been on some.
Ray
we know the Brown Man.
Ray Mysterio.
So was Miles. Miles has actually been on Game Grumps
I know.
before.
I saw the Miles one. I didn't know Ray. Like
Oh, yeah.
I know Ray had been there, but I didn't know he was there.
He's been a part of some Let's Plays.
In a Let's
I thought he
Play.
was a part of the Simpsons Hit and Run one at one point. Just for like some
Marge,
episodes.
what is my character arc? I am your character arc.
Okay, so
Homie.
you know, one of the best things I've seen is
Get
called.
eggs for Bart.
It's okay. So the video is really short, and it just paints like a dystopian universe, and Homer's just running around. You know, he's going from alley to alley, and like well, I forget how it goes exactly, but he's like going like this, you know, and like what did he like Nick knocks him over, make a sound,
Yeah.
and then like the spotlight comes over to like where he was, and it's like Marge. She's a giant blimp, and she's like the eyes are the spotlight. She's like, homie.
And the video is called Marge Blimpson.
This is Marge Blimpson. I'll have to show it to you after the show. It's really funny.
Only eggs can sustain me.
If you ever came across anyone that just ate eggs, they may be an alien. like,
never watched Simpsons a day of my life.
you know what I mean?
Oh no,
Like,
you don't need to watch Simpsons
how
to
strange
enjoy
would
this
that
video.
be if like there's someone you knew that just ate eggs? Like that's all you ever exclusively.
I would not really want to be around him much.
Oh, is our one listener here?
I think she like fell asleep or something.
It's like, oh hey man, like you want to go out and eat? Like no,
Is she
no,
online?
thank you. Oh, that's right.
I don't know.
You only eat
Do
eggs.
we have a listener?
We have a
Where do
listener.
you go- He's like, yeah, just like
Stop.
So he like shoves his face full of like hard-boiled
just
eggs.
eat hard-boiled eggs every now and again. He'll have a cup with them. You're like, what's in there? And you just like look inside. He's got no top. It's a disposable cup with no top and a straw, and it's raw eggs.
See, I was
God.
gonna make a joke because I made scrambled eggs for my dinner, and I was gonna put them in a cup,
scrambled
and beat them
eggs.
so they were yellow, and I was
They're
gonna walk
going
over and eat like, some of my
again.
orange juice. Like knowing that you wouldn't drink it,
Yeah,
but
of
just
course.
like as a joke.
What's
It's
some
a
orange
bad
juice?
joke.
You want my orange?
You're like, I'm like,
want
man,
some
that's
of
not
my
orange juice. You're like, it's not. You're like, sip.
Like yeah, it's orange juice.
That's orange juice.
What if I like shaved like orange peel to give it the scent though? Do you think? Do you think I could trick someone with that?
I would look at it, and first of all, I noticed that it's too thick. If you watered it down and still had it keep the yellow color,
some
put
milk
some
in it.
orange rind,
What is wrong with you?
That just makes it thicker.
You don't
What are you
put
talking about?
milk in your scrambled eggs?
No, I don't because
Well, I don't
it makes
eat
them kinda
scrambled eggs.
runny. You're like people are like, oh, it makes them fluffier. Honestly, to me, it kind of makes them like
You gotta add cheese
Wet.
then.
You got
I
cheese.
stay away from raw eggs.
Here, I'll tell you
Of
how I
any
make
sort.
eggs right now.
Gotta cook
I
'em
crack 2 eggs. I put them in a mug. I put that mug in the microwave for 45 seconds. Take it out, mix it, whip it up real quick, add some cheese, another 30 seconds. Boom. there
Welcome
you
to
go.
the Breakfast Podcast.
Breakfast
That's how you do.
podcast.
it.
Well,
I
Welcome
your
to the
name.
Brecky Podcast.
Change your dark side right now. Get it out of here. I don't want it anymore. I want breakfast podcast.
Breakfast. for-
breakfast podcast at night.
Whoa.
Breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast podcast at
That's-
night.
That's what like
No.
like when my dad would be like, oh, what do you want for dinner? We could have this. We could have breakfast for dinner. Like that's what he would always say.
You know what we got to do? That's gonna be the once a month Dark Side special we're gonna do from now on. That's the video special. breakfast
podcast at
breakfast for
night.
dinner.
To make a cooking thing, dude.
To me,
We can make. We can make
Gotta bleep that out because it's gotta be a surprise. Whoa. Bleep it out. I don't want it. Don't even say it anymore.
What just happened in the last 30 seconds?
somebody said it 2 more times after
Somebody get
that.
the Men in Black in here. Just
Listen, actually, I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna jinx us. But don't say it again.
But we're definitely.
Don't say it. Come on.
if
Shotgun blast.
If you,
I said
if you
so.
say that term 3 times in a mirror, we'll come in there and just slap you. You need to stop.
Come in there. We'll
the
slap
person
the.
in the stall next to you will tell you to shut
So
up.
we're doing breakfast for dinner podcasts sometime.
See,
Careful.
let
I'm
me
gonna
tell you,
say it at like the end of the show, and you're gonna.
I made myself some fancy scrambled eggs for dinner.
Yeah.
First off, I cooked up some peppers and onions. Added the egg, cooked that in, put
like 3 times more from my egg.
put some spices into it.
Spices.
Spices. There was
I don't
an
know what they're
eclectic
called. I
mix.
just got them at Meyer and it said spices on
Well, I mean, garlic, pepper, some Lowry's salt.
Cumin.
Yeah, a little bit. And then,
I put a little cumin in there.
and then to top it off, literally, I put some Colby pepper jack cheese on the top. and melted
Eric,
that.
as the manager, how many Game Grumps references am I allowed to make per episode?
None.
None.
Many as you
Oh, I made like a.
Use
ton
your own
already.
content. Okay.
Oh,
Make your own
I
content.
You put in like Barry's face like across the screen really fast.
No! This isn't the Game Grumps 2!
What do you want?
I
What?
want you to sit down and shut up!
Wow, our
Say he
manager
loves us.
our manager just went down.
I am the captain now.
This is why
The captain now.
they're paying us to soundproof the room.
Yeah, okay, so when I
Okay, so listen.
Steve came in here and he's like, "Why do you, what?" He's like, "Well, what's the big deal? Like, why does it get so loud in here?" I'm like, that sometimes our neighbors are kind of noisy.
They
And
unironically hate us.
I was like, noise pollution comes from us to them and from them to us. He's like, what comes from them? Like laughter, maybe some loud talking around again. He's like, what comes from you? I'm like, sometimes people can just get really rowdy in here.
And then you take him straight to the mad dad.
I didn't say who. I didn't say in what way. I was just like, can this sometimes some shows can maybe sometimes get a little noisy, and they don't like it.
The student association
Those were
president. Yeah, they were words. Their president's office is right here. So
Oh my god.
let's see if
What,
anything
there's someone
happens.
right there?
Well, that's an office.
No,
I
that,
thought that was just the brick. Oh my god.
That's the series, the president's office.
That's the president's office.
Right there.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know.
The window is like directly across. What's a kitty?
Yeah, no. It's
Now you gotta send me that one, too.
trifecta.
we're boosting morale.
So it's
for
just a
cat
strange
pictures.
triangle office.
Yes, very
Yeah.
much so.
Yeah, it just like juts out.
Why
Well,
am I
this
thinking
used to be
mine
their
doesn't
closet.
stick in that brick wall?
This studio used to be their closet. So
I knew that. Yeah. Now it's broadcasting and SVSU up there.
the only broadcasting on campus.
Yeah, that's true.
There's
The only
no
in
broadcasting
the world.
degree, but God, we're here.
Oh, hey, speaking of broadcasting and degrees, I have been talking to my comp professor and my psych professor. The psych professor just looked like he'd know somebody. He was really charismatic, and I was like, okay, he might know somebody. Comp professor walked up, said, "Hi, I am Car Radio." She says, "Oh, wow." And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, I think I know some people who might be interested in that." And I was like, "Oh." And she's like, "Yes." She's like, "Can I give me your email?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So boom, I'm expecting emails, maybe if they're actually interested or not.
Maybe.
Same thing with the psych guy. I was like, "Hey, Car Radio?" He's like, "Oh, wow." And so that's where we're at. So
I'm expecting things. Maybe.
yeah. That's all.
That was a bad
I'm doing
noise.
an intro for my communications class. I want to do a spiel for about 2 minutes and tell them all about Cardinal Radio.
Ooh.
That's my boy.
Because communications and this thing go real well together.
That's what I did every single day my first semester here in my English class. We'd walk in, he'd be like, "Anyone have any important announcements?" And I'd raise my hand. He'd say, "Alex, you go last because we all know what yours is." So he'd do everyone else. He'd give me, "Okay, Alex." And I'd set up and be like, "The Dark Side on CardinalRadio.com, 9 to 11 p.m. And he's like, "Okay, yeah." And he goes through the whole thing. And I'm like, "But just so you guys know, because I asked last time if anyone would listen. If a few of you raised your hands. You did not listen." I'm like, the same people listen every single time. I can see the names, I can see the numbers. I know you didn't listen, so I know you're lying to me. And they're like, this time. And I come back next week, I'm like, you didn't do it. Like you're breaking my heart.
Oh, scary.
Oh my God.
Sitting in the back of the room, sharpening knives on a grinding stone.
You just come with a bat, and they're like, "Ah!" You're like, "I have baseball practice."
I'm getting
Oh, I mean,
upset.
I had my trench coat on one day when I walked in there.
Oh,
and the
God.
professor was like, "Hey, Alex, what do you got in that trench coat?" I'm like, "Nothing." Like my hands, and I'm like, "I guess."
I have a small story from last year about Alex's trench coat.
Oh boy.
So,
It'll never be the time Kyle Patricus, the guy we were talking about earlier, walked around on campus with a trench coat, and the cops thought he was a homeless woman.
That's really funny.
so I remember like walking around campus, and there's this group of girls, and they're talking about how they saw this dude walking around in a trench coat, and they screamed and ran away. And then later, I remember Alex and were like, "Yeah, I was just walking around, and these girls, like the group of girls, just like screamed and ran away." I was like more like the gist of it, and I was just like, "That's incredible." It's incredible that I witnessed like the other side, like both sides.
Because I was walking, and I was just walking through J-Lot up towards the rotunda, And like I was just like, dude, just walk. And then these girls were like walking ahead of me, you know, and they like turned around and they just went, ah! And I started running. I'm like, what? What was that about? I was like, hello, hi.
I did something similar today. I was up in the.
You should mention it.
I was.
I went down to the baby mill.
It's not like the fact that Chandler's going there. It's just a fact there's a place called the Baby Mill.
No, the scaring the crap out of people.
Is that the thing that Kate was talking about earlier?
The baby mill? Oh my god. you might be right. I don't know.
I was leaving living Center South, one of the dorm complexes here on campus, and I heard somebody was coming up from the elevator, and I'm in the middle of like writing a text, and so I just leaned against the corner, like the elevator sits on a corner, so like so I was sitting on the corner that wasn't in direct line of sight with the elevator door, and I'm sitting there and I'm sending a text, and the door opens. And this girl walks out, and she jumps out of her skin when she turns towards me, and I'm like sitting on the edge of the corner. I'm like, she's like, oh my god.
Speaking of jumping out of your
you're like, hey, come here
Alex.
often. Oh, I've been scared. For a while.
He's scared
You know what is the
the
most?
living daylights out of me earlier. Sorry, you were talking, but
No, she was talking to Kate, and they were actually right over there. And I was walking. I'm like, who's talking to Kate? I'm like, who is that? I'm like, oh, it's Callie. I'm like, ha. So I was like, I look at Kate, and I started walking real quiet in these big boots of mine. I'm like,
I could hear you. But I had heard footsteps before, and then I heard the studio. Did I hear the studio door open and close?
I don't think so.
I don't know, something like that. And so I thought you were just someone walking past, and I didn't turn around because we weren't in the middle of the hallway, so I wasn't gonna be like, oh, sorry, let me get out of your way. And then this word I can't call him on air.
Cool dude. Oh, sorry. I forgot I'm not allowed to say that. But I
I
walked up
bleeped it
behind her
out.
and I grabbed her shoulders and I screamed. It was really funny.
I'm still having heart.
What I was gonna say, the
Screw
worst
you.
type of scare is when you just walk up to somebody and they're like you're just trying to get their attention, like, hey, and they're like, ah, you know what I mean? Or you just walk and say something and you absolutely scare them. It's just like, how? Or you just touch them so like, hey, they're they freak out.
I have the problem.
all
I
you do
just
is touch you,
exist.
freak out.
I just exist in places, and people look at me like I'm a ghost, and I shouldn't be there.
It's your face.
I walk into a room and somebody
Screams.
turns around and screams,
Callie, whoa.
and I'm like,
I'm kidding.
I wasn't sneaking. In fact, I was loudly stomping into the room. How did you not notice me?
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's frustrating. You're just I wasn't trying
Am I
to
a-
sneak up on you or
Am I a
anything.
ghost? What is going on here?
I'm sorry, you're oblivious.
I feel like when I'm in my Converse, I have a light step, but in these boots have a 3-inch heel. So it's just they're heavy, boys.
Not 3 inches.
No, that's like a 2-inch.
Yeah, 2 inches.
2
not
inches,
3
3 inches, tomato.
This famous saying
they
goes,
say.
tomato, tomato.
Which one?
I hope I win the lotto.
Tomato, I hope I win the lotto.
That's how that goes.
Probably tomorrow will be the day.
I meet my son Geppetto.
I meet my son Geppetto.
Tide Potto.
Geppetto.
Oh my god. I swear to god, did you just walk out of there carrying a bag of Tide Pods?
No way. It
looked like it.
From the movie theater?
No, from the Wedge Lounge into the theater.
Oh, that's a good
Movie
meme.
snack.
No, you empty out a bag of Tide Pods and put popcorn in it.
That's a great idea.
So people don't even see what you're eating because it's so dark.
So
in
I
there.
know what we're doing next Friday when we go see Blade
I
Runner.
mean this Friday.
It's,
What's this Friday?
nothing good.
Where am I?
Is it
I think it's
garbage?
Happy Death Day.
yeah.
Garbage, you mean.
Garbage. Hot garbage.
Happy Garbage Day! Oh, what's going on here? Oh, just taking all these DVDs out to the trash. Vadoosh, vadoosh. That's the sound of going to the trash bin.
That'll
That's
be
the
a
well-known
that'll be a
sound.
Pilot Shorts movie
You know
someday.
those kids wheels where they have the animals and stuff? There's just a man throwing trash, and that's the sound.
Vadoosh, vadoosh.
Because as a small child, like as a small American, you must know how to be wasteful.
Badoosh, badoosh. Just say when you throw perfectly good things away, they go badoosh and just toss it.
We'll do it. We'll do
Badoosh. Yeah, get out of here.
Badoosh. Get that out of here. Oh my God! All right, so we've been going for an hour. You guys want to take a break for a little bit? We'll play some music.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom really bad.
You gotta go potty,
I
Alex.
gotta go party.
I'm
Alex, you
this
gotta go
many.
I gotta go. Badoosh. I gotta go to the.
I gotta go this many.
I gotta go to the little podcaster's room. I'll be right back.
Now this is podcasting.
All right, we'll
I
be
do
right.
have something to say
Oh
before
boy.
we go.
Hold on. Do the things.
Don't stop.
Also, before we go, because I was making a somewhat Star Wars joke. Now this is podcasting. There's like the let's try spinning. That's a good trick. Let's try spitting. That's a good trick. Two.
All over my brand new microphone.
them brothers. Listen, I just found out that VR chat isn't VR exclusive. So I know.
And
what
it's
I'm-
free.
I know what
Oh
I'm
my
doing
God!
tonight.
Sorry.
So that's gonna be Pilot Plays number 3.
Oh sure.
Oh, also something
number
that both
one?
me and Alex have now is Hand Simulator.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
game is.
God.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating, but in like the best way because it's just goofy.
It moves my bowels in the worst way possible.
Please
Dude,
don't
you should-
say that.
You should watch that while taking a poop, or play it while taking a poop,
No, why?
because it moves your bowels.
Yeah, I said in the worst way possible.
To twist them
It brings it back up into my stomach.
and then out your
I
mouth.
don't know, it's way more efficient, but way gross.
I think that's just the demons that live inside you. Or
Probably.
I got demons in my bowels.
But I will tell you what, that sure gets the bees out of my teeth.
But just get the demons out of the corners of your eyes.
Nah.
They're his friends.
All right, we're gonna take a break. You're listening to The Dark Side on Cardinal Radio and Pilot Shorts. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
I need a Coke.
I was talking to my therapist, and she said that the only way to get those demons at the corner of my eyes was to take some medicine to cure schizophrenia, but she wasn't talking to me. She was just talking to me.
Well, welcome back to The Dark Side, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all had a really wonderful break. It was Wendigo for all of us over here at Cardinal
Easy
Cardinal
for
Radio.
you to
Wendy
say.
woos.
Wendy woos.
Wendy Wu, homecoming word.
So we were having a lot of great conversations during the break.
I walked out.
So, but now we are going to bring it back. Talk to you, the people, the scrubs. I'm gonna call our subscribers the scrubs
That's
nice.
rude, but okay.
in a loving way.
Scrubs, as in the clothes nurses wear, and
Yes.
nurses
Then
save
that's
lives.
not relevant.
Hello all my scrubs.
What?
Whoa. Alex would like to wear you.
I don't mean
Oh no.
I don't mean to divulge this.
Live
But what
on
would you call
skin.
them? The shorts? The pilots?
The pilots is actually not bad.
The passengers.
Dark time.
The passengers.
Good evening, passengers. You're flying at 30,000 feet with
Probably.
your
yeah.
pilots,
also a
Chandler, Alex, and Matt. Captain Matt has voided his bowels.
Hello, we're going to be experiencing some turbulence because this guy just bet me that I won't be able to do a barrel roll in this thing. So guess who's about to be $20 richer? Please fasten your seatbelts.
I'm either gonna be $20 richer or dead. Let's
Or both.
I like those
see.
odds.
I never gamble with my money, only my life.
Legit.
Because you can lose money, but you can't lose your life.
What?
Well,
Well, you won't know when it's gone.
it's true. I'll be dead.
So,
Everyone else will know.
So, coming back from the break, we have a little question for our pilots, everybody in the room. So yeah, we should start implementing passengers more often. So we all go to, everybody in this room goes to school, college on the campus of SVSU, Saginaw Valley State University. And in the highly, at this point in the world we exist in, where anything is possible.
Anything goes.
Stop. Don't go there.
Oh no, swaying my head.
In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking,
Shocking,
but
well,
now God knows anything goes.
Anything goes. So in this world where anything can happen, in this world where anything can happen and the most absurd things can happen, celebrities being voted in as president, meteors falling on garages in eastern Michigan, just pure absolute madness. Where on this campus do you hide in the event of a very, at this point, likely zombie apocalypse?
Are we talking like
The
hide
old
or-
math
or
department.
Okay.
Duh.
hold out or hide? Because like I could hide.
No, you can hide in the cupboard.
The fuck.
Yeah,
Well, here's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about hold out.
library then.
You think so?
A lot of exits. They gotta go up all the stairs.
Well, a lot of exits, so a lot of entry points.
Because
The
like
fuck,
you,
because
I
there's
would
food.
say, like I'll give you like two different scenarios. One where you just have to worry about zombies, and people, like other
Oh,
survivors.
Yeah.
Oh, you just want
Here's the thing you're not looking at though. If you get a good group of people together, and it depends on getting the good group of people, you could turn all of the inner part of campus into a well-defended safe
You'd
zone.
want to live in the first suites if you had a group. 'Cause
Yeah,
they-
exactly.
Those gates.
Yeah, that's my thought too. It's just like you
Oh.
have gates,
And
and,
then
stuff,
you have-
and then once you kind of like conquer the area around, you just expand outward and like close certain
Yeah, you
stuff
can put
off.
gates by the FOC, by student life, by.
Basically, where like the buildings kind of come together and get
Yeah.
narrow, you just build a gate there, and there you go.
Did you mean Fallout 4?
Like, yeah, pretty much.
There's actually there's actually a story similar to that in DayZ, the original book, where this dude he goes out and he's a
World War Z?
oh yeah, World War Z.
Okay.
Yeah,
Isn't
DayZ.
DayZ a rapper?
game.
It's a video game.
World
might be a rapper.
World War Z. This dude who's a filmmaker who's like, well, my life has no meaning since the zombie apocalypse started because nobody needs movies. He goes out and he actually just like on a whim records this college campus defend itself from like zombies coming in from LA, and it's like really interesting stuff. Like they're killing zombies with like ROTC practice rifles and like they're using like javelins like as javelins and stuff, and you could turn a university state
Well,
campus
also,
into a
you think about like the University Village, how they're set up in those courtyards. If you could block that off, you have like places for people to live,
Mhm.
and you might have to like want to like kind of board that up in some sort of way. But in like that courtyard, you could also grow things.
Yeah,
Right.
Farm.
That would be good for
If you
farming.
could make your way out to Morley Field, they have a stash of bows and arrows and like all that kind of stuff out there.
They do.
Yeah, there's an
Feels-
archery.
as a
There's an
society,
archery range out
we'd
there.
set up like little cities in the university village. It's a little city in the first year suites, you know.
See, all of this though, like all of these ideas, they depend on the human element.
But you
Yeah.
know, there's one place that no one's gonna think about because not a lot of people know about it, and that's the Rat Lab. The Rat Lab has big steel quarantine doors
Oh boy.
and
Science.
air filtration units and all this different stuff.
And isn't there an X-ray room?
I don't know if they have an X-ray room.
Yeah, because there's like a.
That could
door
help
that
with
has, like,
nuclear fallout.
I've been in
Yeah.
there.
Whoa, wait. I've never. Where is this?
It's in
It's in
Brown?
It's
no, it's in a health and health building. No,
That's
nursing building.
Is it in the basement?
No,
Oh,
Oh,
I've probably
the
passed
rat
this. I've never
lab.
been inside.
it's like the door. The door looks like a regular door. You never think about it. You go inside, and then there's a big steel door, and you walk through that. And
Well,
it's like a metal room.
Here's
If
the
you're
question.
if you're looking for like
Is there a way out
yeah,
once you're in that isn't the main exit?
there's 2 ways out.
Okay.
if you're looking to survive nuclear blast, it's probably not going to be, no matter what, it's a nuke. You're probably going to die anyway. But if you're looking for like a shelter, look for old.
On campus, Fallout shelter.
Well, not on. I don't think on campus. There's no
Yeah,
place.
somewhere.
Never been. I don't,
Is there a shelter on
I'm
campus?
sure there is. It was built
Yeah,
around
like-
the Cold War era.
Yeah.
Well, that it'd have to be like.
For that era,
The-
wasn't it like required for schools to have?
Oh, there's like I was gonna say like any hospital built from like the 50s onward to like maybe about 1970.
Well,
Yourself in
nowadays,
a
places we
microwave.
actually know exist. There's the MJB basement. You can get that. You can go in there. It's open always.
Yeah, that's true.
There's this closet underneath the stairs in Curtis that's concrete all around. That's probably a safe place. Not
You'd
safe,
have to get the elevator though, so it lines up with like the floor, so that it creates that barrier between. Otherwise, there's that open space where radiation could get in,
Yeah.
which is kind of the
Well,
whole.
There's the air conditioning units though, and if
Yeah.
those get left on,
Oops.
You're
Slowly
screwed.
being
Really?
poisoned.
Radiation. You're screwed anyway.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
You just gotta survive the blast and then
Hope for the
hightail out of
best.
there.
Then you-
Specialist Alexander Mazzoni, your nuclear consultant, you were doomed.
Well,
this is the end. Just give up.
Yeah, well, there's the thing because, like, in the Fallout game series, there's like the Vault Boy giving the thumbs up, but the whole thumbs up is just a test. Where if like the mushroom cloud is like any bigger than your thumb, you are dead. You will
I think that
die.
was just BS to convince people that like, oh, there's a chance you can live.
Well, yeah,
Well, I
because
mean,
it was
like,
during the
that's
19
more like the duck and cover thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, just get under your desk
Duck
and you can be fine.
and
It's like,
cover.
no.
duck
It's like, no,
and
no.
cover.
That was the crappiest song ever.
You're gonna die anyway.
You remember it though,
Because it was bad.
because it was a jingle.
It's-
Well, yeah, like there's plenty of commercial jingles that I know, but I
think
don't
about
enjoy.
Little Caesars brought their like $5 large pizza is here. $5.
I don't know.
You
about
remember
that.
it though.
They brought it back. I love
What
it.
the?
that-
What are you
that's-
talking about?
They have a new jingle.
I've never been to a Little Caesars that sells pizza for $5.
I was like, that sells
I've never-
pizza, and I was like, what?
They never have any pizza when I get there.
Can I get this pizza? Unless.
They say, Chandler, go away. We don't have any pizza.
And you're like, but it's a pizza store. And they're like, no way.
And then Chandler's like, why'd you have to bite me?
Watch his wife.
But the Rat Lab, yeah, I think it's a really good spot. It's got quarantine rooms, stuff like that. It's all metal. The only thing is that all the doors you need like a key card or a pin. And I'm worried that if you walked in there and the power went out, we'd be trapped. I think.
Well, like even if like in a situation where it's like, oh, everything works perfectly, there's power forever, and there's no.
Health Human Services does have the solar panels.
Well, yeah, but you could just.
Yeah, but they're not. Well, it depends. If you could allocate power, then like maybe that would work.
What?
Wait, what
How would you
time
deal
now?
with
The
surveillance?
zombie thing.
Because you really don't want to crack the door in a zombie apocalypse to try to see what's going on.
Raid your little camera lab thing.
Yeah, but that requires like wiring. Like you have to be able to wire
Thing is,
out.
You only go out when you have to get stuff. You only go out.
Yeah, but you still have to go out. So you open up the door and there's like 10 zombies
here's an
just
idea.
standing there
For
because
the
have a
door that
gun.
leads to the hallway, put a mirror on the opposite side of the hall. Like, oh, this is a nice little mirror. Boom. Just take a mirror from any of the dorms, because there's going to be lots of dorms that are going to have dead people in them.
Oh God.
Take their mirrors, put it out there.
Wait,
For the
why would
other
they
door
be
that
dead
leads-
if it's a zombie apocalypse?
They'll
Wouldn't
be-
they be zombies?
Dead.
None of their stuff is. It's all yours now. All
Yeah,
their stuff.
everything is yours. You can now tactically
N-
acquire
not-
every single thing on campus.
not to get
No penalty.
morbid, but like
Somehow.
knowing the people on campus, there's gonna be a lot of people who are just dead
Just straight dead.
in their
But-
dorms.
Oh,
How,
another thing
how are
for
these zombies working?
Oh, they're
Like,
not
what
though.
are
Not
the-
not from zombies.
Oh.
Probably gonna off themselves.
It got really morbid in here, but yeah.
going back to like supplies and stuff, another place on campus that would be good is the scene shop for basic construction
Oh.
supplies to make like gates and things
Get
like
the
that.
nail gun.
Weapons.
Or in weapons. Well, I mean, a lot of them are prop weapons.
Kind of off the wall here, but you know what I always wondered?
Hmm.
In those TV shows with the murderers, that, they're scaring the victim with a drill. Why is it always the same drill bit? Why don't they use like one of those large circular drill bits? Why has it always got to be the hole?
Are you gonna
Yeah, I know
go
what you're
out and
talking
buy a $30 circular drill bit?
I mean,
for a
you know,
TV
those are
show?
Listen, if I'm shooting my show,
We're gonna use
if,
the one that comes.
if
Get
I'm-
creative.
if I'm shooting my show and maintenance has got a drill bit, and I'm like, Well, I don't have the budget for a drill bit, man. It's done.
That'd be like
Those things are
counter boring bit. you know? No.
I know what
Or
you mean.
Real scary, put a spoon on the end.
And then the killer's like, let me see those
actually
eyeballs.
Not any spoon, a grapefruit spoon.
Oh god.
AKA
label.
a steak spoon, because you can use that to cut steak.
Going really slow but high torque.
High torque. Very slow. High torque.
Now you say it.
You gotta bend it at the end a little bit.
You'd be like, what is this for? And they put it against your flesh, and it just eat you, and you know what
You
it's
get a
for.
cylinder with sandpaper and you sand them to death. Like, oh yeah,
Oh, that'd be
it's gonna
awful.
hurt soon.
It's gonna hurt
Once we're
instantly.
done, we're moving up to 10, 20.
No, dude, it's
Oh
gonna
my
hurt.
God.
Okay, what? So you start at the.
What is
final-
going on in here?
You
We're-
just gotta
Why
we're-
did you bring this up?
What's going on
use
here is
this.
we're writing the next Saw movie.
You use these tactics to interrogate
Saw 19.
other
Saw-
survivors in your
Saw
zombie
1911.
apocalypse.
It's a prequel.
I want to play a game.
Listen,
You
Oh,
gotta
I've
take
been
the,
up using sandpaper.
the spoon
Listen,
and
I'll
like bend
set
it so
people
it
up with you.
goes in like a.
here's what it's
So
gonna
it's
be.
got like one of those like, and then you put it in.
In this
I think I know what you mean.
Thanks for all those hand gestures.
Yeah.
Can you hear
For
this
this-
whirring in the mic?
For this totally audio-based show.
You know how you have those things.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Stop. But like they're the cranks that you put into the wheel, and then you like put your.
They're kind of like, I want to say in a question mark shape, but it's
Are you
like,
talking about a wooden drill?
No.
Hand drill.
Like the
Yes, they're called hand drills.
like the pedal
Yes.
kind of shape.
That's what they're
Yeah,
Like
called.
the
hand
wheel
drill.
pedal,
Hand drill.
It's a
the
hand-
bike
it's a
pedal.
hand
Wood-
drill.
Yeah, it's called wood
Yeah,
hand drill.
whatever. But like you gotta
got that.
make the spoon into the shape like that, so it swings in the big old circle.
I think it's okay if it swings that little one, but I see what you're saying though. You could have 2 grapefruit spoons, but all of these methods.
you
will
put 2
be-
grapefruit spoons, you get the highest RPM, and then you can fly.
All of these
There you
methods,
go.
boys and girls, are what will be used to keep the mass populace under control and make sure everyone follows the rules
pushing
in the
my
new
freaking sword, I'm
apocalyptic,
You're good.
apocalyptic city. You see, if you break the rules, you will get, depending on what it is, stealing pomegranate spoon to the forearm.
Pomegranate spoon.
Low speed, high torque.
Pomegranate
If-
spoon.
Pomegranate spoon,
Do you mean a grapefruit?
If you're
a steak
violent-
spoon.
If you're violent, we sand you until you're too soft to hurt anyone ever again.
Exactly. If you're violent, you will get starting from the tip of your middle
Take some
finger.
hard boys, make them soft boys.
From the tip of your middle finger, they'll use a like a medium setting sandpaper and grind it down to your first knuckle.
Oh god.
Going back to what Austin said, hardened criminals, not when we're done with you.
You guys are gonna be smooth.
Smooth, soft baby boys.
You start with coarse and you end with fine.
Because what's softer?
And then you make them walk on
Organs.
salt.
Oh.
Or like pickled juice or something.
I
Oh
don't
my
like.
gosh.
I don't like the show anymore.
It's like when The Walking Dead took a really dark turn.
Dark side, emphasis on
When I
dark.
started eating babies.
Walking Dead favorite episode when they started eating those babies. When they found the baby
What?
mill and started eating the babies.
Did that happen?
What?
Yeah. Great.
Is that a new season?
I've never
Yeah,
watched
she's
The
just
Walking
like-
Dead a day in my
New
life.
season.
I haven't seen the new season, to be honest.
Yeah, quit
Honestly, now that he says it, it could happen. I haven't watched Walking Dead in a long time. I stopped watching it like season 5.
Halfway through the newest season, they find the baby mill and they don't have a choice.
No, no.
And it's like, well, they're like, what do we do? And
There
they-
was the one season where they didn't encounter cannibals.
Yeah,
So
those guys were losers, so they died right away.
Those
yeah,
cannibals, what
they're like,
losers?
whoa, these cannibals, and they were gone like half a season, if that, like 3 or 4 episodes. You're like, wow,
Listen, they need to fill time. Probably a writer's strike going on.
that show needs to
Listen,
like end or something.
Cannibalism isn't that crazy, especially if you only kill and eat those people who are raiding your town.
Who are babies?
And are babies.
Oh no,
You,
here
only,
they
you
come.
only kill and eat those people that
Babies.
come from the baby mill. and those
You know,
Rape and pillage.
my problem is with Walking Dead shows
Please
like
never
Walking Dead.
say babies and rape and pillage in the same sentence ever.
Yeah,
again.
don't do it
It
again.
was a compound sentence. It's different.
Please never say that ever again.
My problem with shows like Walking Dead is there's no resolution. That show doesn't have a resolution.
It also
Give
doesn't.
up on that.
It also like doesn't have any end in sight. Like
No.
we'll just keep going and
It's a
going.
zombie
Mean
apocalypse, and it's like
supernatural.
that's like the
Exactly.
thing that was really kind of cool about like, and I go back to World War Z because that's like my pinnacle of like zombie media for me is like they never cured whatever was causing this zombie thing, but they got it down to a manageable state where they could like rebuild society. And that was the end of the book, was like, yeah, society's rebuilt. We've got the internet and stuff back, and you know, things are pretty mellow again. Zombies still exist, and like they're like the big problem is there's like thousands and thousands of, maybe 1 million people that drowned. So there's zombies like on the ocean floor
They drown.
moving around ships and things. Everybody went to sea when the zombie thing happened,
You
and
better
if
not
you
be swimming.
died,
Yeah, and then you
Wait,
remake
no.
Jaws, but with zombies.
See, the thing
But-
is,
but
the pressure of the water was crushing.
that was another thing.
The
It's like, but they
singular
were there's like in certain places the
There's
pressure
no-
was not enough to
there's no
crush them,
lower
so they were moving,
It's a zombie.
and they were moving in
It's a
like
zombie
massive herds. But then there were some places like in the book they go in a submarine and they actually find a place where it's like it's crush depth, but it's also right next to like an oil well, like an oil pipe. So it's like at some point somebody's gonna need to go down there in case they need to maintain it. That was the whole point of that part. But it's like it got to a maintainable area. You know, it's like the world got normal, and it
But with zombies.
something. Yeah, it came to an end. And,
I
you know,
don't-
there's the resolution. Walking Dead like loses its part of its resolution in like the first season where they're like, no, there's no cure. You can't cure it.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, and then you go, and then
It's
you.
also something you could come back to, though. Like, there is
I
a
don't
cure.
think
We've
that.
If they're gonna
developed
end it that way, I
Well,
want
they,
them to
well
end it.
they had like a red herring, right?
They did,
Yeah.
yes.
In one episode, because there's like one guy's like, "Oh, I know the cure," and they were going to DC, and they basically figured out, "Oh, he was just lying. He was just lying to get protection." You're like, "Oh,
Like all
okay."
the cool stuff, they're like, nope, it was fake. That one helicopter, fake.
It's like supernatural.
Well,
it
he-
started out good, and it just needs to end.
I don't think it's bad, and I don't think it's bad because
It's
of
not a
this.
bad show.
Just because I don't think the world would come back from that. I think that would just be an end world scenario.
You don't think we could eventually manage like, okay, when people die, they will come back to life?
Especially because you're not dealing with a smart like creature at that
No,
point. It's just
but
a disease.
It's just like the mass hysteria that would be called,
very
or
large
caused
virus.
rather. Large cities would fall the first,
Well, yeah, of course.
and like
It's just
what? So when large cities fall, mass populations are immediately turned into zombies, and then they just walk in herds, you know, as they would do to more places. And it's not like it's going to start probably in one spot.
Just because if
point,
if
yeah.
you
Is
get
that
a
the
well,
word
no,
for a
it's
collective of zombies, a herd.
it's yeah,
Or-
it's
or
explained.
horde.
It's explained this way. It's like if there's a noise somewhere, it's going to attract the zombies, and like it's going to attract every zombie. So if you don't have like zombies walking in herds, they're going to go to a places, gather anyways, because like, oh, if there's like a car alarm going off, the zombies are going to go investigate.
Yeah, so like
And-
imagine they're all scattered. They come together and then they hear a noise, so they all go in that same direction.
And I'm assuming that one, I'm assuming that they're going to be attracted to movement.
Yeah.
So one's going to move in one direction, the other one's going to look and like start following him just because that's.
Why do
The-
the other zombies? That's these are
Because
unnatural
it's also one of the things
zombies.
like scent and things like that. They just know that they're dead. They have to eat things that are alive.
Why do they eat? Like, this is cool.
That's
They-
also a good point. Like that
it's,
doesn't make any
uh,
sense because
my-
Zombies get full and burst open eventually.
If they do.
some yeah.
It's like World War Z goes
I
over
didn't
all
like
of
the
these
zombie
things.
Apocalypse. I mean, what's it called? The Zombies Forever guy, driven by the same guy who made
Yeah.
World War Z.
But it's like they go into it like, well, what is it? It's just like it's not eating. It's just the whatever infects. Because I think in World War Z it's
Oh,
an
because
infection.
there-
It's programmed to like bite, infect,
Hey,
and
Anna
it
wants
just.
to know: do we know the origins of zombies?
Well,
yeah,
that
kinda.
depends.
It's like
It
like
depends
a
on which-
voodoo-esque origin.
Yeah.
I don't
depends on
know.
which ones you talk
Right.
about.
It's like it's from like the Caribbean, like one of those
Right.
like islands.
It's from an old tale from the Caribbean where their people by voodoo were being turned into zombies, at least slaves potentially. You could say.
Right.
One of the first
Okay,
first
also,
horror movies of
She
like.
wants to know who's talking. Chandler, talk.
Well, hi there, everybody.
Okay, Alex, talk.
Hey there.
Matt, talk.
Hey, this is me.
Oh, I
And
didn't
then this
speak.
is
I
me.
spoke into the wrong mic. Hi there, everybody.
That's
There we
Chandler.
go. Okay, now she knows who's talking.
There's also one of the first films, White Zombie, which was actually a more cynical viewpoint of it, very different, and that was about voodoo. It's actually very interesting, but however, it's not where the modern times thinking of zombies come from, which that would be George Romero.
Are those new shoes?
God, you know what? God bless George Romero wherever he ends up.
I also, because you were talking about the zombies eating, there is a real world like fungus that first it kind of like grows on like grass or like in that area, and then like an ant will eat it.
Cordyceps?
Yes.
Maybe, yeah.
Yes.
And then where they
Last
eat
of
it,
Us.
and then the ant literally it infects its brain. The ant just climbs to the tallest blade of grass it can, so they can get eaten by a cow and then infect the cow.
But it doesn't.
Please
It doesn't.
don't tell me
that's
that.
real.
It doesn't
Don't
do
tell
anything
me
like other than
that.
like it just lives in the cow. It
Yeah.
doesn't like.
It lives
That's
its
how it
life
gets in the
cycle
cow.
in the cow, and then the cow poops, and then the ants go through that stuff again.
Yeah.
I saw it take over a tarantula once on YouTube.
Yeah, no,
I know.
there's that fungus, right? And that's why the zombie would want to eat, which is because.
Yeah, it's
That-
just like a
yeah.
mind thing where it's just
Eric, jump in
perpetuate.
the fray because you got stuff to say and you don't.
Okay.
You never say
I'll
anything.
switch over for
Oh,
you.
well, the
Pull
cow,
out the chair.
the
Pull
cow
out the chair.
really, it dies in its stomach, obviously, because of the stomach acids. So it can never transfer over to a mammal and live.
Yes.
But potentially, it does have the processes to become deadly enough to infect a human. It is theorized eventually that fungus will evolve itself through enough chains if it needs to, if it
Please
wants to.
Chances are you
do
wouldn't
this.
live to see it though.
I mean, everyone knows how sicknesses work, right? I mean,
Right.
we're dealing with harder and harder to deal with sicknesses. We already have almost super, diseases.
That's because of cows too.
That is. It's because we keep
About the
letting
cows.
things go through and we keep giving medicine and keep using our best medicines.
That's something to add to you. In China, what they do is like we have this super ultimate last resort antibacteria thing we give to people when they're like so messed up. They give it to cows all the time because they're lazy. They're like, screw it, it's cheaper to give them the super stuff. So like the bacteria, like the strong bacteria gets stronger like because they're fighting the cows, and just China's gonna get messed up.
No, actually,
Bacteria versus
I know what you're
cow.
talking about. Yeah, they were feeding our
Monsters
last
versus
resort
humans.
antibiotic to pigs,
That's what it was.
and now there's a bacteria that is completely immune to our last resort antibiotic.
Oh.
But that's okay because some college students somewhere in the U.S., I forget where, were just dicking around and made a brand new antibiotic. They're like, oh, cool.
I can't wait to feed that to our
See,
pigs.
Brand new one. So now that one's like reserved. No one touches it. It's in a vault. It's like no one touches
That's how penicillin was
I did a
founded,
paper on him.
because the dude he was like a scientist who just kept
Alexander
a
Fleming.
kept a super messy lab, and he had like a petri dish where what was it that he had in there that he didn't like clean?
Yeah, he
Oh
just
my
didn't
God.
clean basically his slides.
Yeah, he just didn't clean the slides, and he found like something growing on the things. Like, oh, what is this? And he kind of like examined it and noticed how it was like attacking like certain like cells and stuff like that.
Same thing for steroids. There was
And
like
yeah, he just realized like, oh, you could use this to fight infections.
It's eating everything in sight. Let's put it in our bodies.
like there was this the guy who made steroids.
Well,
like,
he noticed it was attacking
he's
bacteria.
like,
Wait a minute.
oh crap! I left the tank open, and the batch got ruined. I'm in trouble. But I might as well check these out anyway. He's like, I made steroids. Steroids used to come from like horse semen or something like that.
Oh no.
Of course.
Like, so like there's like 1,000 beans for every one horse semen. So now it's way easier to get steroids.
Bringing jacked to a whole new level.
Oh.
I think it was horse. I don't know.
It makes sense.
I think you're
like
right,
just something with like a lot of, you know what
With
I
a
mean.
lot of horsepower.
Yeah.
Burn it down.
Their car
we
real
got
quick.
beans. That's where we get our steroids.
Good
Wow.
old beans. Give
Well-
it, giving a whole new
Magical fruit.
meaning to give it the
The more you eat,
beans.
the more you do.
You heard it
Now
first
you're
here,
real.
ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
So,
It's for everyone.
the Morbid Podcast.
Morbid cast.
No, it was the situationally realistic podcast.
Oh, you want to hear something?
Dark side. Emphasis on dark.
Want to hear something about the dark side? like I would never do this, but you know you get those thoughts, and you're like I never do it, but
Intrusive thoughts.
I was like I should hit the off button on that board right now.
Oh no! Okay, sometimes I'm in
The
a
call to the
situation-
void.
I'm in a situation like I could do this one thing and completely ruin either this event, my relationship with this person, or like my whole life in
Yeah,
general.
like right now I'm just like.
Well, yes, Alex.
Move away
Killing
from the
someone ends.
Like I could
every
just I
one
could
of
take
those.
this Coke, open it up, and pour it across the 2 soundboards in your laptop, and completely might ruin my relationship with you and
Yeah.
probably everyone in this room
And Cardinal Radio.
and Cardinal Radio
And probably the
And
school
the
because
school.
you get sued.
Yeah. It just turned into and then as a result of that, I can't pay for it in my life. Boom! Just one little thing. Just pop
you guys-
the
A
cap off the
relationship
pour.
with your family because if he sues you, then you can't pay for that,
Mhm.
and you'll have to take money from them.
Take it all alone.
As a child who was bullied once or twice in his life, well, it's not here nor there. Do you ever have the thought like, what would I do if different versions of me from like different like times and space or like different dimensions could come and influence my life?
What do you
I
mean?
can't say I
Like,
ever had that
let's
thought.
say in like 2018 forward, there's like a split of timelines, and there's like 5 different timelines, and they all have access to time travel.
Well, then you obviously
And-
haven't screwed up enough for them to come back yet.
Yeah, that's true. But like, what if like suddenly one day like 4 of you from like the future show up, and they're like, okay, we're gonna influence what's going on here.
Isn't that the plot of an Ed's World episode?
Kinda, yeah.
And Austin would never do that because we're like Austins are too proud to like accept help from
Yeah.
other Austins.
But
I mean,
what if
nobody
like
has come-
but like what if one of the different versions of you was like an Austin that wasn't that way?
I mean, nobody's
Totally.
come
My
back
au-
from the
me
past,
wouldn't listen to that
from the
Austin.
future
Gotcha,
yet
I
to
see
tell
what
me
you're
not to do
saying.
it. So how bad of an idea can it be?
I mean, I'd still like.
I have. Oh, go ahead.
I still make decisions based like, oh, he must have come back. Someone must have went really wrong. So I'm not gonna listen to him completely. I'm gonna take it. With a
Well,
grain of salt.
it doesn't have to go wrong. It could be just like, it's like, okay, so science says we're in different timelines. We just wanted to influence your timeline just because, just to see what happens.
So
Make it
like
religious area?
we're gonna go to your grandma's house
Oh,
and just
man,
knock
that'd be
all the
weird.
plants
Like
off
I
the
never
shelf,
screwed.
shadow of the pot.
We're gonna get 5 Alexes together with top secret information from the government, and we're just gonna take over the government one day, just for funds.
5 different Alexes from 5 different branches of the military. So he did.
Yeah, because it's different.
He's
Yeah,
like a
it's
GI
different
Joe,
reality.
dressed up in different outfits.
It's
Just
like, yeah, this is
the
we're all
war.
running in sync, all in like, okay, so we got a Coast Guard. We
Baywatch.
got we wouldn't know there wouldn't be one of the Marines because we're smarter than them. There'd be a Coast Guard, an Air Force, an Army, and a Navy. We're running in sync, and there's one who's just like, I'm a
slow
liberal
motion.
arts student, and he's running by his
He's like, I'm a liberal arts student, but I'm in a militia.
Yeah,
It's like
sometimes I
Baywatch.
think
You're
about,
like running in slow
He's a
motion
communist.
with your
That's what
hair
he is.
going.
That's-
Oh my
that's-
He's a liberal arts student who's in a communist militia.
He's the one
Hello,
that went
friends.
and influenced the other timelines and said, "Let's go take over this
Reference brand,
timeline."
if you can
Remember
hear
that
me.
communist revolution that happened a little bit ago? You know, like the communist revolution, like, oh, today's the day, brothers, and like 4 people showed up.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
think I know
No?
what you're talking about. Actually,
It was a thing. It was supposed to happen. I forget, like, I forget who's. I don't know. It was like a big thing on the internet. Everyone's like, today's the day, you know, like, oh, tomorrow's the day. Grab your weapons. Time to rise up against our oppressive
The
government.
bourgeoisie.
And like 4 people showed up to the place, and like they had like their black clothes, and they're like, no one came.
Is that actually
They should
I
happened?
just
Yeah.
figured out
They should've just found a
exactly
permanent
how
black
long the lag is on the episode because I just threw in an Ed's World reference and like 0.5 seconds later Anna was like, stop!
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a funny.
So how about that Star Wars?
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
Who would like to take
You
my
can
chair?
all
'Cause
go.
I'm gonna back off. In the last episode of Dark Side, I made my thoughts pretty clear about.
we
how
did
I
talk
feel.
about Star Wars.
Alright.
Yeah, but now we've got a bigger crew.
It's true.
Was the new one out then? Like,
You
for the
haven't
last
seen
episode?
No, we did one at home. At his home.
Oh, I
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Haven't you been
We called it-
checking
called
the
it-
YouTube?
Yeah, have you not been watching your channel,
I watched.
son?
Listen,
God.
I just got YouTube Red. a 3-month free trial. I need to binge watch all the Vsauce videos.
Can
before
I get your
release it.
login? I want to
Yes.
watch Laser Team 2.
Laser beam too.
Listen, Chandler, we'll meet up. We'll watch Laser Beam 2. Okay?
Electric
love
Boogaloo.
Laser Beam 2, Revenge of the Wavelength.
I'm still mad at that Jackbox thing. Where, like, it was like, oh, Titanic 2 will be called, and nobody took the chance.
No,
Nobody
I
took
didn't
the
get that
chance.
prompt.
That's
I wasn't
upsetting.
there for it. Otherwise, I
Nobody
would
said
have.
Electric Boogaloo.
Which is, like, they should know by now.
Or just
Or just Titanic 2, the sinking.
it'd be like Titanic 2 and like just
The resinking.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Speaking
over
of
here on the main
zombies
mic,
at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh goodness.
Matt. No, take this.
Oh, hi, hey.
If I have to take it in your hand, take it in your grasp.
Take it easy.
Yes, that.
I did it once.
You're doing it so many times.
What?
It's just.
ASMR.
That's
Do
gonna
you
come
want to
out.
hear it? Listen to this.
Here, I'll
It's
do
gonna
it.
come out great.
Dude, that sounds great.
I want to hear what this sounds like. Let me see him.
It's driving
They
me
only go so
insane.
far.
And
Oh,
you,
shoot. Never mind.
you do it every like 5 minutes, and it just I'm like losing my sanity.
Dude, is that
Well-
vaporwave?
Chandler, yeah, put that on. I want to try a real quick ASMR.
Sure.
Oh,
Hold
not
on.
that one.
Here comes another one. And another one.
And another one bites the dust.
That was nice.
Here we go. Oh,
And
we'll
another
go
one
with the
down.
timeless
And another
classic.
one down.
Everyone loves this one.
Here it comes.
Mm.
Oh, God, no.
That was me drinking.
That should be Alex's knowing.
just
Just disgusting.
I want to hear what that sounds like.
Oh, hold on. Hold. Just try. Yeah.
ASMR.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
bad
dark
noise.
ASMR. Hey guys, I have some chin
Bad
stubble.
noise.
Me too.
So,
No, I'm not gonna do it because I put beard oil.
Oh, God.
Sorry to get beard oil. I forgot about that.
for our one
Oh.
listener, you have to listen to the YouTube version to get all the good ASMR.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
That was
That's,
such a
that's our
bad noise,
incentive.
though.
that's gonna give you a little
That's-
incentive.
that's our
to
incentive.
Actually, listen
Oh,
to
boy.
our YouTube channel. So, enough ASMR. You guys have 7 minutes approximately to talk about Star Wars. Go.
Okay. I know what I want to say, so I'm going to take this.
Oh, good.
My opinions on the movie,
Back off the mic.
which I think, I know you know, I don't know if I told you, but my whole thing is that it's Rian Johnson taking every single one of like these cool fun fan theories and crushing them into dust. Like, oh, you want to know who Rey's parents are? No, screw you. Like, you want to see some big thing when Luke, you know, finally takes the lightsaber from Rey? No, you get a really bad joke. I can't remember everything that I told you, but it just irritates me.
I want to intervene real quick. Well, I'm going to say this, though. If he was at the beck and call of every fan,
Well, obviously,
the movie
no.
would be fan service, right? So it would be Rey would have no shirt, Luke would have robotic legs, R2-D2 would have his famous wig that he wore in the extended universe.
Boba Fett would just be there.
Boba Fett would just be there. He'd just be okay now.
That's not what I meant. It's more like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
like I don't have an issue with, you know, not catering to fans, but also like there's a difference between that and taking everything that the fans expect and subverting it in not a good way.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
Like, you want to see Finn and Poe interact?
No, I mean,
separate them.
I
from
mean, I get what
80%
you
of the
mean, but
movie.
I mean, it's still that.
Yeah, they did that
It's
again.
their movie, right? Like, even if the fans wanted whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's still their movie. Like, you know, an an X-Men. I mean, I would really want to see Nightcrawler a lot more, and a lot of people do. People want to hear his story, hear them, or people want like one-offs of a lot of characters in Star Wars, or just playing characters in general in a lot of movies. That doesn't happen. It just isn't the same. Writers have a much different vision, and it's just
I'd say, sorry, but just from the way that like the whole movie was playing out, I don't see a way that you could really have Finn and Poe be in the same spot for an extended period of time to have multiple conversations.
Yeah, you could have just literally instead of Finn and Rose, it's Finn and Poe, and they go
Yeah.
on that journey. Like
there you go. Which
I guess.
I don't want to like cut Rose out of the movie, but she was a lot of the problems I had.
She
with
was a
that movie.
houseplant.
Yeah,
You could replace her character with a houseplant, and
It's-
you would get the exact same thing. Which I am all for putting, female characters, especially female characters of color, into movies.
That's why I feel bad saying like I don't like this character, because I just don't think that character's written well.
You know what I'm about to talk about. Did everybody hear about the masculine edit of Star Wars?
Oh, yeah,
let's
that-
not go there.
That dropped it down to 46 minutes. You know what? I'm gonna call him out. Nah, I'm not gonna call him out. I'm too not enough will. Some dude who
You
he's-
should link it in the description.
I'll put I'll throw the text up. He's so tired of this feminist culture destroying his masculine childhood stuff that he went in, took a very poor Chinese rip of camera recording of The Last Jedi, and you know what that hero did? He cut out every single female bit of that movie that he felt was
He erased
overpowering.
Holdo completely.
yeah. He got rid of
He got rid of Rose.
no, Rose is still there. She doesn't say anything,
Oh, yeah.
besides Finn.
Yeah, she doesn't have a sister because he felt that was
He called her the China girl.
yeah.
Well, I mean, if you just listen to every dumb person on the internet, you'd find a lot of dumb things.
No, but this guy went out of his way to edit how long is The Last Jedi?
It's 2.5 hours.
He went and edited a 2.5-hour movie down to 46 minutes because he hates
He
feminism.
said that he reduced Leia's numbers of lines.
Leia dies.
Yeah, Leia dies, and
Right in the
she
beginning.
also never tells Poe that he can't do that, so he's the hero in the movie.
What did he said
He
something
also
else?
Spoiler.
Pin and Foe, yep.
This is my favorite
Poe
characters.
dies
Yeah.
because he takes Holdo's place and torpedoes the destroyer.
He saves everybody
Mhm.
and dies. But
Dies.
and the dude's like, sorry, had to happen. And there was something else. He said something about
Oh no, Anna hasn't seen the movie.
oops. Stop listening.
I said spoiler.
But there's a whole
I just looked at my phone and she's freaking out.
oops. We're sorry. But there's something he talks about
No, Luke doesn't die.
well, he doesn't. You got to watch the actual movie.
Yeah, he may or may not. That's not up to
No, we're not actually talking about the actual movie right now. We're talking about an edit that somebody made of the movie.
An idiot made it. He's an idiot. He said something about the Phasma bit really got me. It's like,
Oh, God.
And clearly, Finn kills Captain Phasma with one hit because we know females aren't strong enough to fight off a male
And her
like
suit
that.
doesn't have
And
an exoskeleton.
There's no exoskeleton
a
in a suit of
is
armor.
an exoskeleton.
It's like
Well, an exoskeleton, I think.
he's,
I haven't seen this video you're talking about, but I'm assuming.
no,
he
he's
must be
talking about
an
he's talking about like
exoskeleton,
he's
a
talking
low
about like a
area.
power suit kind of thing,
Yeah.
and like the armor
we
is
have
just
1 minute
armor.
left.
Technically,
That's
like an
fine.
armor is like a carapace, right? But it's
Yeah.
not, I wouldn't call it an exoskeleton.
But he's like, yeah, she's not clearly as a female, she's not strong enough, so I killed her off after the first hit, and it was like,
Yeah, well,
What?
screw you.
what is your deal, dude? Who hurt you?
I
Who
think,
hurt you?
But back to the opinions on the movie. I think my whole thing, there's a difference between a movie not being what you expected and then I think it hit me when they killed because she's gone.
On the
on
on the video edit, there is a spoiler warning. We'll tell you when to come back.
But when Snoke dies, I think that's when I realized oh yeah, this movie has no plot.
Yeah.
You want to learn who he is? No, you don't get to learn because he's nobody and he's dead now.
Well, there was a plot, but It's just like
it's basically like The Force Awakens are like, oh, we're going to set up all this stuff to explore new things. And the director's just like,
It's a filler episode.
Wait, it is kind of like fan service because people are like, oh, like people kind of like didn't like what they did. It's like, oh, this. And he just crumpled it up and went, nah. And just like, J.J. Abrams, who's directing now like the episode 9, it's just like, he set up all this stuff and now he's like at ground, like he's at like.
No, he's at
like,
ground zero
yeah,
because
at
he's like
ground
looking at the
zero.
wreckage and like, oh.
He's just like, I have to start over again. Like, I have to redo.
He's looking at the smoldering remains of Star Wars. He's like, these blast points too accurate for sand people.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't need to set more up. He just needs to explore more. You can always do that.
Well,
I just
it's-
wanna-
it's- I-
Well, you have to set it up before you can explore.
Here's
it.
what I'm
I mean, it's
assuming.
set up
JJ.
beforehand. This is a series of movies, right?
I
You can
know.
explore anything in the back. So I just want to say that.
Well,
But
he's,
see, like, I don't want to see a movie about Snoke. You know what I mean?
Now.
Like, explain who he was. And now there's just like, even if you explain who he was
He's
after he died, that doesn't matter.
No,
you know
I
what I
know,
mean?
but still-
Like, you would just end so much like potential
I
because you're just
know.
like, I don't care anymore.
But like the people that really care about who Snoke are going to do research before they even introduce Snoke. Snoke was a mysterious figure that was never introduced in the films. Never introduced in the films. And if he was, name dropped him maybe 3 times. So if you want to be exact, that character is outside of technical universe right now.
I
Well,
don't
yeah,
think
but
Snoke
it's
is
like-
ever mentioned in any movie.
Here's
Yeah.
here's
No,
the
it's
here's
not.
the thing about The Last Jedi where it screwed up. I feel like JJ went in with Force Awakens. We're like, yeah, I want to do a nice.
Supreme Leader Snoke is Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why he died so quickly. They didn't want to. They didn't want to explain
Jar
it.
Jar Binks is Emperor Palpatine's original.
He's his master.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen
Darth
that one.
Sidious,
But
right?
Oh no, Plagueis.
But,
No, no,
like-
no.
Who's Darth Sidious?
That's it. That's the
That's
Emperor.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Palpatine.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Darth
it's
Plagueis.
Plagueis the Wise.
There's also like a good like explanation that I saw where it was like it was one of the extended universe things, but it's also like Snoke was like this other dude who was like Darth Sidious' apprentice, but not trained as a Sith Lord, but trained in the Force. It's kind of weird, but it's not like confirmed anyway. It's just like, well, that makes sense if that's the case.
I know
but
in the extended universe, because I watched a lot of videos about this. I really like to just watch Star Wars lore on
yeah,
YouTube.
it's fun.
But there was something about how Emperor Palpatine, Emperor Copperpine, if you will, was he felt some great like disturbance in the Force, but like not a disturbance, but like another presence. But it was in the uncharted part of the galaxy, and he was trying to send like people that way. And like in the movies, for the most part, it was all military, but like in the extended universe, it's all like science going that way, you know. But then that's all these videos I watched was like the rest of the Empire like gathered their forces and went to go find whatever the Emperor had told them to find and came back with Snoke. So everything that I saw about it, I don't know if that's still like canon, I guess, because I don't know, I'm not up to date.
Who knows? Here's how I feel about like this whole situation with this trilogy was there was a plan going forward. After Force Awakens, they had the writers had everybody writing it, and the producers had a knee-jerk reaction like, we should probably subvert the genre for whatever reason, and they went a little too far. And now JJ's coming back, and we're like, oh crap. Well, I wanted an Empire Strikes Back where we set up, and it set up pretty well for the next movie. Like, okay, now they're at ground zero, but it's like it's more manageable. This is what they did in The Last Jedi is like, okay, how do you go from here?
my problem is like they're basically with like episode 9, they're just set up to remake episode 9 again. You know what I mean? Because it's just like small like rebellion. They have to like rise up and defeat them. Oh, there's, you know what I mean, balance to the galaxy again. There probably won't be a big super weapon because it's like, well, we can't do it a 4th time. You know what I mean? But like it's along like that line where it's just like, all right, we got to go with a bit more like resolve. It won't be as open-ended as A New Hope.
And in that note, I think we're going to close it up.
Wait, can we leave it on a different note? Because I've told you guys this, but in the comics, which aren't canon anymore, but there is a Star Wars character named Sue Bader
And he is force sensitive, and he becomes a Jedi Master, so his name is Master Bader.
No,
Wow.
it's Master Sue Bader.
I know, but they refer to him on the Wikipedia page as Master Bader. And
Well, there's
Now we can end.
there's also Kit Fisto, who's also a Jedi Master. So Master Fisto. So there's that. And like that's in the movies.
There's
like,
Master Fisto. Please stay away from me.
he's the green guy with like
I
the
know
green
who-
dreads.
I know who
Oh,
Kit Fisto
I don't know
is.
if you knew or not.
And on that note,
Wow, I love
we
Fallout
are
New
going
Vegas.
to close out this show. Thank you for joining us for another wonderful episode of The Dark Side on Cardinal Radio and Pilot Shorts. For everybody listening, the video should be out. There's a little bit of editing I have to do, so it should be out on Monday. Praise the sun.
Praise the sun! Deus Vult.
All right, we'll see you again next Thursday, same time, same place. Don't miss us. Watch the video at least a couple hundred times. Tell 10,000 of your friends to subscribe. At least 4,000 of them will.
If everybody tells 1,000 people to subscribe, and then those 1,000 tell another 1,000, of course, we're gonna be like bigger than PewDiePie in like 2 days.
Bigger than Pewds. Thank you for watching and listening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Get out of here! Go! I'm not talking to the audience, I'm talking to you guys. Get out! This is where I'm sleeping tonight.